And then, you know, there's a few that are not all that, you know, not all that, whatnot.
All right, buddy, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see you got it up in there. All right.
Mike 20. Go. Go. Check. Watch the safety creep.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45.
So hard to get out of that.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Gall. And Woods has it complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain.
I just seen him like,
third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw. It's Cooks.
Dude, I thought you picked me.
Down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard
dude, so close.
line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you
really
I
thought you had me. I ain't gonna lie.
3rd down, they did.
I was like,
big time pickup for
nice.
them, and now I think the aggressive.
I tried to do something you told me earlier.
This part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because
and I was like, dang, he's got me covered pretty good.
To the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Now gone. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
What?
So it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running
What?
the route tree
He took
about
like
as
4
efficiently
steps.
and effectively as we could have possibly imagined.
Okay,
But sometimes
Press start. Over to...
There's nothing to challenge.
No.
passes just go awry.
What?
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the
That's
route tree in
stupid.
pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Come on,
Here
man.
comes
That
the
was
seventh
stupid.
play
I
of
ain't
this
gonna lie.
opening
That was
drive.
stupid.
They've moved
It looked
it
like he
well,
took
but
4
here's
steps,
third
3 steps at
down.
least.
A shotgun snap for goal. Escaping the pressure right.
Dang it.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. That's
That just
already
really
the
screwed
third
me up,
time
man.
they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And Zerline's kick is good. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super
I
Bowl.
don't understand, like,
Yeah,
why
you really
why
hurt
does
the
it do
Saints
that?
fans on
It seems
that
like it
one,
does to
didn't
me
you?
most of the
Sorry, I
time.
didn't want to hear that
Nothing
at all.
challenging.
This guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Oh, my kicker got you.
Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Dang. Oh.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check 26, check 26. Check 99, check 99. Deuce.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Had them all turned around and everything.
And they'll
Just
get
like-
it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Yeah.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check it back, check it back. Check 37, check 37.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State.
That's
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here,
Really?
you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so.
God, he's
because
so
then you turn it into a
fast.
shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among
Jeez, he's
QBs a
so
year
fast,
ago.
man.
Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Yes.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
Can never get it.
A big one there for
Need
the
a strafe
Ravens. It
right there
goes
every
for
time or
18.
something. I don't know.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to
Tough.
3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs,
Right.
you got to
No,
take
I
the
know,
mentality
but-
of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got it complete to Crabtree.
Did you pick up Crabtree? Or did they already have
at the 12-yard line? How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Oh,
and it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready? You want the mic. Watch the back, watch the back. Hatchet. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
What?
3-0.
I fucking ran out of bounds.
On EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin
Yeah,
quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
What the fuck?
Undercrush.
Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will score.
There ain't nothing I can do about him running every time. It's hard.
9-yard touchdown
Donald that
run.
time?
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Donald is getting off that block.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh. What's going on?
28-yard line.
Oh, that was great.
Yep.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking.
Like, I taught him
there
that.
also isn't much margin for error for this team, right?
I know what he's doing.
Right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. 14.
From the gun, here's Gone.
I knew it. Right when I threw it, I'm like, nope, that's stupid.
Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. An excellent pick up of 34 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They come out here in the eye.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah. Kill. Mike 51.
I smell fear in it, all right. I smell fear.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Dang, it's 2 o'clock. I haven't stayed up this late in a
Los
little while.
Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now on second down, this is Gurley.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Goff now looking to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
Todd Gurley!
I feel like if I would have made that left turn right there, you'd have got me.
Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Really?
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
My run's been okay against you, just
as they
passing.
kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Take that big run away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
Well, I had like 5
touchback.
rushes, 42 yards. I mean, it's not horrible. It's pretty good.
Oh, you had that first one was like 20-some yards, 22 yards or some shit.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah, that was half of it right there.
Yeah. You beat me with the big one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And I didn't get underneath. Come on.
Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Goff now looks to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
Nice block.
I'm
like, my guy not going to get the tackle.
Takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens
yeah, dude, my guy right there. I had you right there, but your linebacker.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check safety, check safety.
On 2nd down now.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Cook, and he'll get it down to the 47.
That guy's always right there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yep.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
Oh, I didn't see that dude there.
That'll be complete to Cook.
You're so lucky. I thought I picked it. I was like, what happened?
On the play,
Oh, my God.
2nd down.
I didn't see him sitting there.
Like, my guy went above you. Did you see that to catch it?
In the running game on this drive, now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now.
Wow,
and this is Cook with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson dancing. And he will score.
Dang it, dude.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
He's so annoying. That's why I wanted to trade for him. My gosh.
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further.
He's like ridiculously fast.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Lewis needed to get the tackle.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Really Sneed. I was playing this game. It was like, I don't even know. It's called the name game. I've never played it before, but everybody was like saying names, and then I said Willie Sneed. No, everybody's like, who's that? I'm like, come on, I don't know Willie Sneed.
Don't do on this final drive.
It certainly does.
Yes.
But what influences me
How do
even
you stop that?
is
You
who
gotta
I've got
possession it.
running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's gone. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete.
He even
with the
touched the ball.
clock showing 18 seconds now to go. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 3rd down.
Get your offensive left tackle. Really stand up.
Why is he standing up like that?
You're not ready. You're not
That's
ready.
weird.
Out of the gun. Gone. And able
Come
to catch
on.
it on the left sideline, but
just
they're going
not
to rule him
going
out
my
of
way.
bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's more on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Oh, shoot. That's fine.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, watch it. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Need this win, BJ.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You don't gotta play 6 users next like 7 games.
I got added a user with
Fletch.
yeah. But if I win what I can win.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Yeah.
But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Oh, I had him open.
The ball flight, and it falls incomplete.
You had
It'll be
4
second
dudes
down.
on you.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally.
Wow.
That's the first time that
I didn't
looked
even
his
mean.
way.
I
He's
wasn't
kind
even
of
trying
been
to
a
blitz on
forgotten
him
man in
because I
this
thought
offensive
it was
scheme.
wrong.
Yeah, it didn't look his
And
way
then
at all in the first half.
that
And
was-
I'll bet
I
you
got lucky.
the offense coordinator made a note at the
I
half and
got
said, let's get him involved because he could be a
But I
big-time
seen how
playmaker
fast I was
for
coming
us.
at you. I was like, ooh, might get it. I wish they would have picked it. That'd been
Ball on the
awesome.
42 as they
Thrown
come
too
up
hard, though.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his
Oh,
man.
come
It's
on.
Andrews.
Is that Mark Andrews?
And he'll be taken down,
that
but
guy
not
outta here.
before he gets into
He ain't that
enemy
good.
territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jump. Watch Aiden Green. Watch Aiden Green.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Oh, what a move. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
All this blocking crap, dude. That was bad.
Look,
he just...
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
At least he's not that fast.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Toward the power.
Get out of here.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
I hate those. I do that a lot.
Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
Jeez, man, I just felt like my Madden skills went downhill after I went to North Carolina.
Following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
I mean, even when it comes to
the Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Yeah.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
I keep kicking out of the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Going for it. No? All right. Well, bigger lead makes sense.
Running room that he had in the first half go, because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
I said you also put it on our thing, so.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
Cooks is faster.
Really get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Hey, switch gears.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yards right there, bro.
Yeah, right there.
Goff now to throw.
Good.
Into a double team and
I didn't think you were going to get it for a sec. Because, I don't know, it just seemed like it was just happened last
They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard
come on, why did I do
line.
that? That was stupid. Had a guy wide open right short. Should threw to him. Got like 6.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost have to take them for granted.
Are you kidding?
We can't do that. That's
happened to me earlier. I'm
field
like,
goal
dude, that's
that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin.
Man, he was
that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fight like a toy gun.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And
nope.
boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 5.
What a douche.
4th down now.
What a douchebag.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore.
Sam Cock. It's a fake. Hit me at the one, I swear to God.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
I hate that, dude. It's so hard, dude.
Bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Oh, I missed
it. Dude, throw it.
Goff. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure
so
on their own offense.
I literally was saying BU is so wide it was ridiculous.
They come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard
No, I know,
line.
but I'm just like...
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. Check out.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Oh, I missed that one, Josh.
Thank God.
Hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Oh, my God.
Oh, your wife's in here watching.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that.
No way!
The ball doesn't happen to your team again.
Fucking jump and
everything. Juices up the defense.
That's a great way to score some points.
On first down, it's Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight,
dude, I got so lucky. That was ridiculous.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ridiculous.
46-yard line.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? He's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Pernell McPhee always always a threat to find the QB, and
Let
he
me throw
gets
to
to
that
him
one
there.
guy again.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Crap.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oops.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
This blows, dude. 22 yards is a lot to pick up.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Dante Fowler in on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
She's sick as fuck. It seems like every 5 minutes.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
He's going for it. What?
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Touch short. Touch.
And this one is right down the way.
62, baby.
And Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
I wasn't sure what was going on because they didn't tell me to do field goal block or anything like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
That's why.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Goff on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. That one covers
9 for 19. I just realized
it's a 1st down.
I'm more of a freaking passer than normal.
Season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards.
180. All day, dog. Strong right.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter.
Dang! To go here, he lost the football.
He was right there.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback.
Awesome.
The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. It's Gurley.
I didn't realize it was 4th down, to be honest. I thought I got it.
He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
I don't know why I did that.
The Ravens are going to get the football back.
I didn't realize it was 4th down at all.
I thought you knew 4th and inches.
No, I didn't know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this
That's
next drive.
I thought it, honestly, I thought it was
timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
My God.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room.
I think because I both
the
close.
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
You might not even get to play him. I don't know. That should be a forced win. I don't understand how that works. How are you doing it?
For what?
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Yeah, that actually gets first win.
Some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I just want some yards
here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I'm just trying to catch up with you.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley.
Try to spin.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You're the first person since Ultimate Amazing that's run that many yards.
Oh, wow. Well, at least I can say something. Need to pull it together and get some dubs, man. So I have, what, 4th loss now? Probably 2 or 3 in a row.
Yo, are you back to the main menu yet or not?
No.
Yeah, this is what Kevin and them were talking about.
It's annoying. What do we do?
I don't know, man. Let me see if Irons. He's not on. Fuck.
This.
Yeah, I'm holding X too. I don't got nothing.
No, it's still just floating around in the stadium.
What was the score? 42 to 20?
20 maybe? Yeah.
Well, I'm closing my vacation, bro.